Welcome. In this video we're going to do a solo playthrough Marvel Dice Throne missions with Deadpool taking on Doc Ock. So down at the table we're going to jump into our mission setup. So we've got side one here. Start with health based on the number of heroes. We're using just one hero, so we're going to start with 45 health. So I've got our health dial there. We're going to start with 2 CP and 4 cards, the correct momentum card and 0 momentum. So here we've got our combat points up to 2, momentum to 0, the correct momentum card, just letting us know what we can spend our momentum on. Recruiting an ally, we'll take a look at those in a second. During our main phase, spend the required momentum to recruit an ally, may have a maximum of 1 ally. And then for the cost of 1 momentum, we can gain range. To activate an attack or defensive ability against a non-adjacent enemy, you must gain range. The start player distributes 2 momentum when a defeat tile is placed on a henchman. Then choosing a mission, we've done that. We are taking on the recommended tutorial mission of Ock Knocks Knocks mission run. So side 1, this is our mission run difficulty there. So Doc Ock is robbing Fort Knox. The Sinister Six has run light on funds, and the 8-armed crook won't let pesky laws stand in his way. Get past his bots and make it to the vault before he escapes. Our main objective, defeat all 3 thief bots. So you can see we've got the stats for them down here. So we've got 1 here, 2, and 3. Upon completion, if you fulfill the main objective, distribute 6 health and 3 momentum, then flip this board for the final battle. Guess it should say defeat 3 thief bots, then move all heroes through the exit, or defeat all henchmen. So our entry point is here. Exit is way over here. Perfect reward if our team defeats all henchmen, distribute an additional 6 health and 3 more momentum. So we also have crab bots. We've got 2 here and 1 over here. So if we get the dice roll, what attack they do. So multi-strike hits everything that's going to be that they can hit. Melee, so it has to be adjacent to them. Dealing 4 damage. Then we have crisis abilities, which will happen from this clock. So we've got our health for each of them. And then a laser, unstoppable threat. This is something that just makes sure we do this as fast as possible. So in moving on the board here, basically the lighter spaces are areas we can get to. So when we come in here, before we can get to this area, we're going to have to defeat one of these 2 to make a path going by. So we can go ahead and set this up, and for getting that, our crisis timer set up. This is magnetic, so we can just stick this on the back side. And now we're magnetic. We'll set that to the top and advance that 2 spaces. And that's where that will start. May have gone too far, but choose a mission. Deal 3 allies face up. So we'll take this stack. And we've got 3, 1, 2, 3 that we'll have access to start with. So we have the cost and momentum, their name, if they have a recruit ability, when their ability happens, what we need to do for that, and then basically a discard option. So we've got Nightcrawler, Emma Frost, and Cloak are options. Create the enemy dice pool, so it's going to be 2 red dice, and depending on the number of heroes, for 1 person it's going to be 2 black dice, so we've got that set up right here. Roll to determine start player, playing by herself. So don't need to do that. Place your pawn near the map, so we've got Deadpool. Put him over here near our entry point. Point crisis clock straight up, then roll a die and advance it equal to the result. So we've already done that. If mission run, place required health tokens and shield tokens on each henchman. So each of our crab bots have 12 health. And I've got our tokens off to the side. So put some health on those. Then our thief bots have 11. Then we'll place random boost tiles on each space with a boost symbol. So that's all these spots here. And these are our boost tiles. Don't know the best way to shuffle them up. Maybe I'll just move these dice out of the way and randomize them like so. So whenever we end our movement, we'll get whatever bonus we stop on. All right, we've got those set up. Just get this out of my dice tray now. Did pass over the draw 4 cards, give our deck a good shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hope we got something good. Not this time. Try again. So Wild and a Chimichanga. So none of our upgrades was what I really want. Set those off to the side. And perform any scenario-specific setup instructions, which there aren't any. Apply any unlocked perks, which we don't have any yet. But we do have a pad to track all those on. And with that, we're ready to play. So our turn phases. Basically, we start with passing start player, except for the first turn, or if you're playing solo. Then our movement. Collect all boost tiles in your space, gain benefits from any face-up tiles. We'll just go ahead and go along with this. I don't want to stand next to both of them, so we're going to go down here and immediately draw a card into a 6-it. All right, that was easy enough. Hero Part 1. Heroes do the following simultaneously. Our upkeep phase, income, skip on the first turn, then main phase 1, and start our offensive roll. So that goes back to the base game. Upkeep, do anything that happens there. Income, gain a CP and draw a card. Then main phase, we get to play ability upgrades. Main phase action cards and sell cards to gain a CP each. Then our offensive roll, choose our target and roll for an attack. See, I wish we had some upgrades. We can prevent some damage, change the value of a die to a 6. May re-roll up to 2 dice, change the value of a die. If this is the only card in hand, play it to gain any status effect on your leaflet. And I've got that off to the side so we can eat donuts to gain some health. We've got our sayings to change our die faces to a knife or a joke, and we can play rock, paper, scissors. So nothing fancy, so we're just going to attack a crab bot. So gather our dice, see what we can get. All right, we've got 2 knives, 2 finger guns, pew-pews, and our mass symbol. So over here, that's gain a rock, paper, scissors, and a token, and deal 3 pure damage. It's not much. Need 2 more to deal 6 damage. We can go for a besmirched maybe, which is 1 of each symbol. We'll see what we get with another roll. Didn't get it, so we're going to go finger guns. All right, so we got 4 finger guns, which is going to trigger our pew pew, dealing 6 damage. If you say pew pew while pointing finger guns in the air, we gain a CP. So pew pew. Congratulations, you look like a fool, but we got a CP. So 6 damage. Goes down to 6 health. Alright. Target and resolved. Hero part 2. Finish our turns. I don't have any more cards to play. Enemies upkeep. Check status effects. And then we're going to roll for them. So we just roll the dice once and see if it triggers anything. So we need 3 of those symbols to trigger the crab bots. Not happening. But the thief bots, take those 2 symbols and 1 of those. So that's a multi-strike. Melee only. So we're not adjacent to any of those, so it can't hit us. And this is rolling a 6, which we didn't do, so we are just fine. Then we move down to the crisis clock, advance it, and then resolve any effects. So that goes to the Crabbot token. And crisis ability, once per undefeated Crabbot, deal 2 collateral damage to all heroes. All 3 are in play, so that's going to be 2, 4, 6. And collateral we don't defend against, so down to 39. That kind of hurt. And that's all the turns. So rinse and repeat until we either make our objective or we have died trying. So next phase for movement, we're going to move here and heal 4. So up to 43. Hero phase, we'll gain a CP and draw a card. Getting the Rochambeau helps us gain some rock, paper, scissors. So one other thing, whenever we get a positive status effect we're giving ourselves, we can trade that in for a momentum instead. But it looks like we're just doing a normal attack. Hopefully we can get 6 more damage. Let's see. There's 1 of each symbol, which deals 6 damage and potentially more damage. So we're going to stop with that first roll. Deal 6 damage and roll 2 dice. Basically it's going to add more damage maybe. On this add 2, on that add 3, so we're actually doing 11 damage. And then on other symbols we get tokens, didn't get those. So 11 damage, but we're just dealing 6. And when we defeat, we get this fun token, which is going to do 2 things. Allows us to distribute 2 momentum amongst the players, or to ourselves. And then we get to place that there, and now that becomes a spot we can move on to or through. So on to our other hero part. We've got nothing, upkeep nothing, henchman. Alright, nothing but whatever symbol that is, which means crab bots are attacking, but there's none adjacent to us. So we'll advance this and move on to our next turn. Alright, for movement, we're going to fly through here and stop on that one for gaining a CP. So up to 5. Then we move on to our hero first phase, so we'll gain another CP and draw a card. Into a Do You Feel Lunky? Let's see. Nope, not feeling lucky right now. So we're going to attack the thief bot. Rolling our dice. A lot of 5s. That's a donut hole. Allows us to draw a card, gain a donut, and deal 4 pure damage. It's not terrible. I definitely want to draw some cards because I want some upgrades. Alright, so we'll just go with that. Who wrecked this layout? Deadpool. So drawing a card, I want some Metapia. So we can spend a combat point to gain a token. Gain a donut. So what else do you do with a donut? When gaining this token, you may choose to give it to any player. Player with this token may spend it during their upkeep phase. Roll a die, gain half the value as health, rounded up. And then dealing 4 damage. So down to 7. Then we are going to discard 3 cards to gain 3 CP. Takes us up to 9 to get our hand size down. So we can have 6, but we're going to use those anyway. So enemies. All right, we don't have enough for that. We've got enough for the thief bots, and a laser is going to shoot us. All right, we are adjacent to 1, so it's going to inflict burn on us. And 2 undefendable damage, down to 41. And burn, negative status effect. Player afflicted with this token is dealt 2 damage during their upkeep phase. Then we remove this, which triggers the Thief Bot Crisis ability. So each one of those is going to get a shield, which will block 3 damage. All right, so we are going to move over here, transfer 1 status effect token or gain 2 momentum. We are going to transfer our burn over to that guy. Then draw a card into an upgrade and then gain a CP. So up to 10, we're going to go ahead and spend 2. So down to 8 to upgrade our Fiesta to Fiesta Dose. So this is a large straight, and then also gives us the Baker's Dozen ability. It would be nice to get a large straight because that deals 10 damage, which would be enough to destroy. Ooh, I forgot that. That was a 2 damage. Nothing we can do about it. Down to 39. All right. Back to our current turn. We're attacking. All right, we've got 2, 3, 4. Two and a 6. And then 2 6s. Is that going to be anything? So we're going to play So Wild, cost us 2. Down to 6. Change the value of any one die. We're going to make this a 5. So we've got a large straight, 2 through 6. Which will trigger. We gain a rock, paper, scissor, and a donut. So I'm going to take that up to 3 for the rock, paper, scissors, and then grab another donut. Should have spent that earlier. And then deal 10 damage, which will be enough to defeat. Which will bring out another token, getting us 2 more momentum. Then the enemy's upkeep phase. This guy takes 2 damage. So down to 9. In the enemy phase. All right. So crab bots activate. We're not adjacent to any of those. Thief bots activate. We are not adjacent to any living ones of those. So we are good there. Crisis clock ticks down to a blank spot. Then back to our movement phase. We are going to move up here and draw 2 cards. Getting a what status effects and the mutant healing dose. And for a regular hero phase part 1, gain a CP, draw a card. To knife fight dose. So we'll go ahead and play that for 2, taking us down to 5. So that's going to have that do 1 more damage, and we get the stabby, dealing 11 undefendable. If we get 5 of a kind with our knives, which is going to be a bunch of 4s. And we'll go ahead and spend 3 more, down to 2, for a mutant healing dose. So still rolling 4 dice, but our heal goes up to 2. See, we've got 5 cards in hand. I'll go ahead and spend that to gain a CP. And then we are going to target the other thief bot up here. Ooh, I forgot. For our upkeep phase, we're going to spend a donut, rolling a die, gaining health equal to half, so we gain 2 health, up to 41. Then we'll do our attack on the thief bot. Let's see. We've got 3 symbols. Try for the besmirched. So our second roll, we need a 5. All right, try it one more time. Did not get it. We're going to spend a CP and try again. Your chosen teammate may reroll up to 2 dice. Got a 4 and a 6. Oh, our second main phase, we'll spend some momentum here. Let's see. Let's go around. We'll go with Nightcrawler, spending 1. Recruit will gain a shield. Once per round during your main phase, we can spend 2, take an additional move on the board, then deal 2 collateral damage to an enemy with melee. And hold on to that. Enemy upkeep. He'll go to 7. And rolling. All right, so we don't have enough for the crab bots or the thief bots. Doesn't matter that they're rolled 2. It's just going to happen once. We take 2 undefendable damage. So down to 30. Whoops. 2 damage hit us hard. Almost broke our dial. Down to 39. Then Crisis Clock, Crab Bots, 2 collateral damage to all heroes for each Crab Bot still in play, which is 1, 2, so 4 damage down to 35. Then movement phase, we will move over here, gain 2 health. To 37, spend a donut, and gain 3 health, up to 40. Then we'll gain a CP and draw a card, Merc with a Mouth dose. I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 to put that in play. That gives us the, oh look, a safety net, in case we just get 3 6s. Then we are going to spend 1 to give us range. It's down to 3. And we're going to shoot up there on that one. All right, a lot of pew-pews. We'll take what we get. See if we can get another one. Yep. All right, deal 7 damage. If you say pew-pew while doing that, gain a CP. We'll take that. So that's going to be 7 damage. That blocks 3. So down to 7. Enemy upkeep, lose 2. And the clock goes to a blank spot and on to our movement phase. So we'll move back within range of, oh, I skipped their attack phase. So that's just going to be 2 damage from that down to 38. We already did the crisis, so movement. We'll go back over there. Gain a CP, draw a card. We've got some better D. Go on the attack, see if we can take care of that thief bot. Let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We'll take the large straight. Gain a rock, paper, scissors. We're going to choose to gain a momentum instead. And then gain a donut, which we'll gladly take. Then deal 10 damage. Take care of that. And then 2 momentum. We're doing good with cards. Activate here. Down to 3 health. Then the enemy roll. Okay, so that's going to hit the crab bots and the laser. Crab bots were adjacent up here, so multi-strike melee for 4 damage. Get to try out our defense. Get to roll 4 dice. We automatically heal 2. So we're up to 40. And we deal 1 damage for every knife. So we'll swap that in for 6. And that's all the damage, or all from that. So then we're taking 4 down to 36. Then a crisis. Thief bots gain a shield. That thing's going to be dead in 2 more turns anyway. All right, so back to our turn. We will run all the way over here to get a +1 attack token. Gain a CP, draw a card, finger gun reload. If your shoot card is inactive, flip it back to its active side. Basically, he's got his rock, paper, scissors cards, which comes in with his active finger gun token, but since I'm not planning on doing rock, paper, scissors, wasn't worried about it. Then we're going to eat a donut and heal 2 to 38. And then attack a crab bot. We'll go with the 3 finger guns. And try harder. Well, that didn't work. All right, so we've got the knife fight dose. Gaining 2 tokens. The one, we'll take a momentum, going up to 7 momentum. We'll take the other one and deal 4 pure damage. So down to 8. You know, we'll go ahead and spin that for +1 damage, so down to 7. Enemy upkeep goes down to 1 health. Then enemy attack. So basically the laser is shooting us for 2. Crisis clock to a blank. So back to our movement phase. We will go over here, gain a momentum. Oh, should have brought out a third one a long time ago. Hawkeye. Spin around during your roll phase. Spin 2 to inflict focus fire on a chosen opponent. And that is when a player with this token is attacked by an opponent, the attacker increases their damage by 1, and it's persistent. It's pretty good. So move, gain a CP, draw a card, tip it. And we'll go on to our attack. What does this do? During any roll phase, may spend it, that's right, to change the die to a 4 or 5, but only if we say a cool or funny onomatopoeia. I think what we're going to do, we'll keep that. We've got 2 more rolls. See if I can get a 6. Yep, we got it. If not, I was going to tip the 5 and make it a 6, but we got it naturally. So deal 6 damage and roll 2 dice. And that's going to add 5 more damage to defeat. So that gets us 2 more momentum. We're up to 10. Enemy upkeep. This one dies. Oops. We get 2 more momentum for letting that guy kill himself. Then rolling to see for the enemies. Yep, laser activates down to 34. And crab. We've got 1 crab still left, so we take 2 collateral damage. Movement phase. Give us +1 to an attack. Gain a CP. Draw getting paid. Go ahead and pitch that for free to gain 2. Up to 8. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're still good there. All right, off to attack. We'll just go for the finger guns. All right, we got 5. Pew pew. Gain a CP. 7 damage. Down to 4. See about the enemies attacking. Crab attacks, and the laser's firing off. So for the crab, we get to roll our defense, which is 4 dice. So we're going to heal 2, up to 34. No knives. We just healed 2. Taking 4. We'll go ahead and spin that to block 3. End up taking 1 down to 33 health. Then we get shot for 2 down to 31. And then I think we're here. Yes, crisis clock, lose the CP down to 8. Movement, we're fine where we're at. Gain a CP, draw a card. Got a buffet. Spend 2 CP to gain a donut. It seems fair. Down to 7. Gain a donut. All right, and then on the attack, we need to deal 4, and that will defeat all the henchmen. We'll go for the finger guns. Still haven't made it. All right, there we got it. So that's going to deal 6 damage. Pew pew. Gain a CP. Put that in play. 2 momentum. We're up to 14. We have met the perfect reward. So we're going to gain 12 health. So we're up to 43. And 6 momentum, or in this case 1, because that's our max. And basically now, we'll go to side 2. We perform steps 7 through 11 from above, ignoring step 12, because that is not from 7 to 11. So we're going to flip this over. Let's clear all this stuff off. All right, so we've got Dr. Octopus. Wealth is a tool of the elite. Does you no good to protect the greediest people on Earth. All right, the boss fight. You catch Doc Ock with his tentacles full of gold. Well, this is awkward, he mutters. Guess I'll have to destroy you. Boss setup, he'll start with 30 health plus 15 per hero, so 45. Main objective, reduce him to 0 health. Upon completion, you win. So he's got all his crisis abilities, and all those affect him. His abilities, basically we're going to roll the 3 dice just once and do the first one that applies. We will be running around being adjacent to him. Basically the 2 red dice is going to give him the ability to do some crit hits on us, which is going to boost him. So his crushing grasp will add 3 damage, laser strike will inflict burn, and the rapid slash inflicts bleed on us. And he's got a defensive ability. So we'll go ahead and just flip these up around him. We will roll a die to move that 1 space. Guess I could go in order. Place your pawn near the map, close enough. Did the crisis clock. Health. 45. Let's see, there was no ball setup. Place random boost tiles on each space. Done. Form any scenario specific stuff. Done. Ignore step 12. All right, so we just have to get him down to 0 health. And we come across same health, everything just as it was. Nightcrawler, I'll go hold his hand. We are allowed to have 10 more health than our starting. So we're going to jump here into spot 3 to gain 5 health. So we're up to 48. Gain a CP, draw a card, a helping hand. Select one of your opponent's dice and force them to re-roll it. I think I'm going to go ahead and spin 2. Momentum. Yeah. Take an additional move on the board, then deal 2 collateral damage to an enemy within melee. So we'll move over here to heal 2 more. So it goes to 50. And then we're within melee, so we are going to deal 2 collateral damage down to 43. Our Nightcrawler's doing that. Then we're going to do the exhaust ability to gain a shield, which will discard him. Then we're going to spend 2 down to 11 to pick up Hawkeye. Once per round during your roll phase, spend 2 to put the focus fire out there. And the other ally coming up is Havoc. Recruit, gain 2 shields. Once per round during the main phase, may exhaust him to deal 2 collateral damage to all opponents. All right, so we're moving in for the attack. Deadpool, Doc Ock. Alright, it's our roll phase. We're going to spend 2 more, down to 9, to inflict focus fire. And once again, when a player with this token is attacked by an opponent, increases their damage by 1, and it's persistent, so it's going to stay out there. Let's see, we've got a 2, 4, 5. We can start going for a small straight. See if we can get a 3. And when you don't get a 3, we go for knife fight dose. Now, we're going to spend a CP down to 8 to increase or decrease any die by a value of 1. So we'll make this 4 a 3, and we still have a roll left. That didn't help, so we got a small straight at least. So that deals 8 damage. If you use a 1 or a 6, which we didn't do, you may shout Taco Tuesday to add a damage. So 8 damage plus the 1 for this, so we've got 9 damage going in. And his boss defense is melee. He deals retaliation of damage back. So we go to 49, and we ended up doing 9 damage, down to 34. Oh, I forgot, still have that, down to 33. All right, so boss phase, we roll these 2 dice. Then he's going to add a face down to spaces 2 and 3. So that's where he is critting. Fortunately, we're in space 1, so we're fine. Let's see. That's 1 of each. Doesn't have. So he's doing the rapid slash. Deal 4 undefendable damage. Nothing we can do about that. So down to 45. Then the crisis clock is roll a die per hero, so 1. And then for each one of those symbols, he gets a shield. And he did not get that. So back to our movement phase. We will move over here to get a +2 damage. Then gain a CP, draw a card. We've got a triple up, which we're going to do down to 7 to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Got a He Who Smelt It, dealt it. What are the odds of that? And then samesies. I mean, we've got to play that, right? Play this card with your dealt it card to gain a CP. Play this card with the He Who Smelt It card to add 3 damage instead. Okay. Nope, we're good with our movement. We've drawn our cards, so we're on to the attack. So we go to the roll phase. We're going to spend 2 CP to put another one of those out there. I believe that had a stack limit of 2. Yep. And then we're going to exhaust him to inflict targeted on a chosen opponent. So when a player afflicted with this token is attacked by an opponent, the attacker increases their damage by 2. So that's going to be a total of 4. All right. Whole lot of finger guns. It's hard not to take them. Second roll, last roll. All right. Deal 7 damage. Pew pew. Gain a CP. So it's 7 plus 4, 11, down to 22. And I still have that to add on to it. And his defensive ability is deal a damage to us. And now he's going to roll. All right. Got one of each, so he's just going to do this. Multi-strike melee, deal 11 damage. And 3 and 4. All right, so we're getting the crit put on top of this. So we've got 14 damage coming at us. Ouch. We do get our defensive ability. We're healing 2. So up to 46. We've got no daggers. Get another one of those tokens. All right, 14 damage. We will use that to block 3, so 11. Down to 35. And that moves over. Gain a shield, remove 2 random negative status effect tokens from yourself. Oh, that's a bummer. So, gains a shield. 2 random. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then that one seems pretty random. Then back to our turn. We'll go up here for 2 CP. Income phase, we're going to eat a donut. Gaining 2, up to 37. Then we gain a CP and draw a card. Vegas, baby. For free, roll a die. Gain half the value rounded up in CP. So we gain 2 more. Up to 13. All right, let's see if we've got anything good here. Add range to your defensive ability. Prevent all damage from a single incoming attack. That seems pretty good. So we will spend 3 to get cloak. Down to 4. When we recruit him, we gain a shield. So the defense kicker, once per round you may add range to your defensive ability without spending a momentum. All right. So go on to our attack. Oh, I forgot to do this last turn. Put it out there. We're doing it this turn for sure. So that's going to cost us 2 CP, down to 11. See what kind of attack we're doing. I guess we're going to do finger pew-pew guns. And then we roll 4 dice, so we're already at 7 damage. We roll 4 dice, and then we add 1 for each pew-pew. So that gets us another 2. We're playing this with Dealt It, so we get another CP. We played that with Smelt It for another 3. Math. 7, 8, 9, 12, 13 damage. Down to 7 health. And his is dealing a damage to us. Not bad. Seems like we just need to survive 1 more turn. He did block 3 of that, so we'll put 3 back on. Not bad. Up to 10. All right, his attack. Let's see, we've got 1 of each symbol, so he's back to his crushing gas. He's putting his tokens on 2 and 5, which we are not on either of those. So we are not getting crit, so it's just 11 damage coming at us. we're going to defend to heal 2 up to 38. Let's see, we got a dagger, so that deals 1 back, down to 9. No more abilities there. We are going to spend 2 momentum to prevent all damage from a single incoming attack. Forgot to draw another card. Ooh, we've got Leech out. So it takes care of his attack. That moves over, potentially getting another shield. Rolling a die. If he gets that symbol, he gets a shield. He did not. So on to our turn, movement. We'll move here just because we can. Gain a CP. Draw a card, get that out of here. And go on the attack. We've got a 4/5. Well, I believe that's called a large straight. We gain a token, which will take a momentum. We gain a donut, and I love donuts. Then we deal 10, 11 damage, which will knock him out. I think we still take the damage, but Deadpool was successful, taking out Dr. Octopus. So that is the basics on how to play Marvel Dice Throne missions. And so I almost forgot about our perk points. So once you complete a mission, you could reference page 11 here for earning your perk points. So as you complete any mission, you'll earn one of the following perk point rewards. If you do not complete any side mission, you get nothing. If you completed only side 1, you get 1. If you completed both side 1 and 2, you get 2. And if you completed both side 1 and 2, and you also earn the perfect reward, you get 3. And then notice on the back of our sheet, there's more for going on the perfect side. So we get to fill in some circles. So we've got the front of our sheet, put your player name there. We defeated a level 1 difficulty, so we get to spend our 3 points in this column. So you can see, start each game with the level 1 momentum card. We can spend 1 to increase our starting health by 1. Let's see, chosen enemies inflicted with focus fire, gain a momentum, or re-roll an enemy die. And then on the back, so instructions, fill in the play symbol next to a mission the first time you play it. When you complete both sides, fill in the complete circle. And when you perfect, yes, complete it, fill in the perfect star circle and gain another point. So we've done all 3 there for the tutorial of Ock Knocks Knocks. So we actually have 4 to fill in there, which I'll do at a later date. But as usual, I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. So please click on the like button below and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.